the passion to sacrifice and work hard. And really that comes from not only the teachings of our true parents, but their lifestyle. What the Prophet Odedi said in South Africa is that everybody asks why we call her true mother, or why mother of God, the only begotten daughter. And he said that's just a title. But if you look behind the title, look at the history of true parents, what they are doing, what they have done, then it fits very well. And the more and more we study the life of true parents, then the deeper our heart goes, and the more we feel really grateful to have met them, to be here, and to be working for them. 2 mornings ago, I think 2 or 3 mornings ago, I asked at our breakfast table, what is unique about Sao Tome? And many ideas came up. I'm not sure I can remember all of them, but of course, that he was the only head of state from Africa to visit Korea at the Foundation Day celebration there. That was, of course, Koji-san and Sega-san had come to invite him again, and he came this time with a broken arm. And so that touched True Mother. And that relationship between the president and True Mother, that's why we are here, really. And all of it is blooming from that. And, that's Hyojang. I love the sermon this morning. When he talked about, he put up that very first quote about Malachi 4, 5, and 6. I will send you Elijah, and he will turn the hearts of the father to the children, and the hearts of the children to the father. And as soon as I saw that, I go, that's Hyojang. That's what the prophet does. Not his own physical children, but his children. The prophet Rodemi took his people and turned them to the parents. I will take the hearts of the children and turn them to the hearts of the parent. And when you did that, then you got the heart of the parent. Mother, oh wow. And then the heart of the parent comes to the heart of the children. And that's Hyojang. And that was the fall of man. That there was no Hyojang between God and Adam and Eve. So then it says, I will turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, the hearts of the children to the father. And it will be something like this will be the whole foundation that will be restored through that. And the next verse says, if you don't do this, then I will come and smite your nation with a curse. So this element of Hyojang that Mother is emphasizing is really, really, really so important. It's at the beginning, the fall was sexual. That was the end. But the beginning of the fall was lack of Hyojang, lack of communication between God and Adam, particularly on Adam's side and Eve's side. When they have a question, it's okay to ask a question, but who do you ask? And that means who do you trust? And Eve was trusting the archangel more than her older brother or more than God. Mother said, I'm speaking to God. You saw her video, right? She said, I had the capability. Adam and Eve had that. And so Mother has this trust in God, this communication with God, this confidence. For her to go out on a world stage and say, I am the begotten daughter of God, takes guts. It's not easy. And to say it in private meetings and public meetings, in Africa, in Asia, in America, in front of clergy, that's not easy. It takes guts. It takes conviction. It takes something that's not just, it's not theological. One time Mother came to Thailand, and she was meeting with the VIPs, and she started talking, and the first sentence that came out of her mouth, I'm sorry, I'm not a theologian. And then she explains, yeah, but I'm the begotten daughter of God. But she started it by saying, I'm not a theologian. And then she asked for comments. Anybody have any comments? So I raised my hand and I said, Mother, it's good that you're not a theologian. It's a good thing. It's not don't apologize for that. Because if you had all this theological training, you wouldn't be able to declare that you are the begotten daughter of God. She would be put in this theological box. And I have to kind of fit in this little box and I can't move outside of it. But Mother's free from that. So it's a good thing that she was able to speak her heart and not have all this restrictions in what she wants to say. So we are, again, that's the one thing I want to encourage us on, is we are here to make True Mother victorious. Whatever difficulty we have, really whatever difficulty, inside our movement, outside. Inside our movement, if we make True Mother successful, all the problems will be solved. H1, H2, doesn't matter. Mother's victorious, finished. Game is over. And even outside, Mother is saying, I am the begotten daughter of God. This is the missing link. You're going to put this on. That's not a photograph, that's a video. But anyway, Mother is solving the problems that are unsolvable. And we have a begotten Son of God, but now we need a begotten daughter. We need that. How do we treat our women? How do men treat the women? You know, and our attitude towards women. When we have one woman that stands up and I am the begotten daughter, she is changing the paradigm of relationships between men and women. It's a major change that will emerge from this. And men will start looking at women differently, and vice versa. And so this is what is kind of what I see as the unsolvable problem. The problem that needs to be solved is our attitude toward women. If you look at the fall of man, what is Adam's attitude towards Eve? He didn't care enough. Archangel Al misused her, just a sexual object. And we have to realize that, the last part of God's creation was having a woman so that he could have his lineage on earth. That was her job. God's children, God's lineage. And with the lineage comes the culture. And with that culture comes the education and all of the concerns and the clarity of all of that comes together at that time. So anyway, that's just on my heart and I share it with you. I also want to say thank you to you. I want to praise True Mother because it's in my heart. But also when I look around and I see people from all over the world coming here, sacrificing. I don't know your sacrifices, but I know you're sacrificing. I hear bits and pieces. Some people don't have enough rice, and some people don't have enough shower, and some people don't have enough deodorant, and I'm hearing little things like that. But when you look at true parents, all this complaint should vanish like dew in the morning, like the morning dew. And that's what Father told us. He said, I determined, Father said, I am going to suffer and sacrifice more than anyone in human history. Why? I can release everybody. No one can complain. They can look at my life and then they can be released. So we look at true parents' life, wow, where our suffering, almost nothing compared to what true parents have suffered, are suffering, and have gone through. So Father determined to do that because I can liberate all of humankind through my suffering. And so the work that we're doing together here, we make True Mother successful. And it will be a game changer. Not only for this nation and this Africa, but also the whole world will come and see this. And I'm so grateful for your being here. And I wish I was here more. I'm in a couple of days I'm going again. I'll come back. And now we have many heads of state that are actually planning to come, current heads of state. I won't give you the names, but even also presidents of senates. This government is inviting other heads of state, and they're willing to come. This is going to be a really big event for a small island. And then when the YSP event coming, or the summit coming, I think it's going to be major. Anyway, I have nothing to say, but I said something. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart. And let's continue to make Mother successful and make the victorious, really, the victory the True Mother is expecting and will get when she's here. Aju? Aju!